Hello, good afternoon netizens, my dear pranksters. So today I'm gonna make leche flan and also rice puto. So I'm gonna separate the egg yolks to the egg whites. So two recipes to do in one go. The ingredients for the leche flan is just plain egg yolks and condensed milk. So the egg whites, I'm gonna separate it and reserve it to make a rice puto. So the rice puto the ingredients will be rice flour. This is already here in the bowl. Some sugar and evaporated milk. So there are two recipes that I'm gonna make in the whole eggs. The egg yolk to be for the leche flan and the egg whites is for the rice puto. But the leche flan is used with the condensed milk and the rice puto will be the evaporated milk as well as sugar, 1 cup of sugar, 1 can of evaporated milk to 1 cup of rice flour. So I'm gonna use 2 containers or 2 cans of evaporated milk to the 2 cups of rice flour. I'm gonna use as well coconut milk, but it's still in the fridge. So, and then the grated coconut will be put on top of the rice puto with cheese as well. So this is the container for the leche flan. So there's already about 1 tablespoonful of sugar in each container, but the small containers got 1/2 of tablespoonful, and that will be melted in the the stove later on. So when we go to the kitchen. So this is now the steamer. So I got a 3-layer steamer ready in here with water in it, and I'm gonna bring it to a boil later in the kitchen. So first, I'm gonna do the eggs, separating the egg yolk and the egg whites. So I'm breaking now the egg one at a time, putting the egg yolk in this bowl and the egg whites in this bowl with the rice flour. So here it goes. The egg whites here for the rice puto. So I'm breaking the egg one at a time. So there are about egg yolks in 1 condensed milk. That's 3 already. This is the 4th egg. That's the 5. Six. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last but not the least, the 16th egg, because the ratio of 1 can is 8 eggs. So 8 yolks for the leche flan, and the egg whites is placed here in the rice flour. So there you are. So I've already placed the 16 egg yolks in this bowl and the egg whites in this bowl with the rice flour. So I'm gonna put now the condensed milk in this bowl and the evaporated milk in this bowl with the sugar. But as I go along, I put now the steamer to the kitchen to bring to a boil as I'm gonna prepare. Alright? So I bring now the steamer to the bowl to bring a boiling point, so that while I prepare now the mixture. So I'll be back in a minute. So I'm gonna open now the can of condensed milk and mix it to this bowl. So the procedure is so simple, so you're gonna have a look. And I'm gonna beat now the egg yolks with the condensed milk. So after mixing now the egg yolk with the condensed milk, I'm gonna put at least 1 teaspoonful of vanilla extract. And continue mixing . Okay, so after that, I'm gonna put now the containers, or we call it the hurmaan, with this 4 small round bits and 2 oblong, which is the size of the leche flan locally. So I'm gonna go to the kitchen now. I put now the container with the sugar in it and let it melt on a low fire. So I'm using a tongs because the container will be so hot to hold on. So you could see that the sugar melts until it becomes golden brown to become syrup. So the second container there. So, as the mixture of the egg yolk and the the condensed milk is now here with the extracts of the vanilla, and that's now the containers with the melted sugar to become syrup, as it will be inverted when it's cooked. So I'm gonna pour now these mix to the containers. Gonna scrape all the content. And this one will be now placed in the steamer. So I'll bring now this to the steamer. So I'll put now the containers in the steamer. And the second layer for the small ones. And we're gonna steam now for about 20 to 30 minutes until done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my dear netizens, my dear pranksters, so this is now the finished product of Frank's Leche Flan. It's all in here now, as you could see, and it's fluffy, and I'm gonna taste it later. So I'm gonna try now to invert now this container into this plate to see if the melted sugar or the syrup will be on top of the leche flan. So as you can see, I'll try one of it. That's the leche flan. See? Nice and syrupy. Nice smelling. Netizens, my dear pranksters, so here I am now on the second bowl, which is the rice flour with egg whites. So I'm mixing it up. Instead of 2 cups of rice flour, I added 2 more cups because there's so many ingredients here. 2 cans of evaporated milk as well as the 2 cups of coconut milk. So I put now the 1 cup of sugar, the 1 can of milk, another pan, beat it until all the dry ingredients are mixed up until there's no more lump. I put now the coconut milk. Looks like it's too much. I think the all is not enough. So after mixing now, I put 1 tablespoonful of baking soda to at least to make the puto soft. And that's it. I'm gonna spit it again until all the baking powder be dissolved. Mixture is now just like a hot cake mixture. There you are. That's my rice cake mixture, and it will be put in small containers and put it into steamer. So, see you later. So this is now the mixture of the rice puto, and I'm gonna put now in this container, as you could see, and bring it to the steamer. This is now the small containers that I placed, and I'm gonna put it now to the steamer. Hello again, my dear pranksters, my dear viewers. So today I'm gonna cook the Pinoy Dinuguan, or we call it the Filipino black pudding. So the ingredients are as follows. Here, as I pointed out, some chopped garlic, one big onion which is also chopped, salt to taste, pepper to taste, and a little bit of bay leaf or laurel. And this is the main ingredient, which is the diced pork. And I separated the fats and skin and the lean meat. And this is the pork blood, and I got some chopped sayote. You could use plain meat, or we could put some vegetables as the sayote, or diced papaya, green papaya, or we put it also as the we call it the tabungaw in Ilocano. You could put varieties of vegetables to make the dinuguan or the black pudding more palatable according to the taste. So you could see now the ingredients. Now off to the kitchen and let's cook dinuguan or pork pudding. See you then. So we're going to cook now the dinuguan, or we call it the black pudding in English. So I'm preheating now my improvised wok because I haven't cleaned the other wok actually. So this is the container or the similar wok that I'm gonna use. Okay, so as I run out of cooking oil, I'll use star margarine or dairy cream as spreadable. Just going to saute the onion and garlic. Just the garlic first. To be followed up by the skin and fats of the pork. I put a little bit of water just to boil the meat and the fat so that it's easier for the fats to bring out the oil. Next, as I saute the garlic and onions with the fats and skin of the pork, I'm gonna put now the lean meat, which is sliced and diced into small pieces. And then start sauteing with the fat. So after sauteing the fats with the skin and the garlic and onions, and I put now the lean meat, I put some water now, so that about half cup of water, so that I could make the meat tender. So I'll bring to a boil and then simmer it for at least 10 to 15 minutes before adding more of the ingredients. There we are. So when it's boiling, now I'm gonna simmer it to a low fire and cover for at least 10 to 15 minutes. So as the meat now is quite tender, I'm gonna add now the diced sayote. So I'm gonna bring it to a boil for about 2 to 3 minutes before I'm gonna add now the blood. So cover it up. So as the diced sayote is into small pieces, it's a little bit cooked now. And now I'm gonna add now the whole blood. I'm going to add now the seasoning, the salt to taste, and the 2 small packets of pepper. Mix it all thoroughly. And let's simmer for a while. Okay, as I already seasoned to taste with salt and pepper, now I'm gonna add some of this long green pepper. And that's it. My Filipino dinuguan or the black pudding is already cooked. This is it. I'm gonna put now into container and let's see it on the table. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my dear pranksters and my dear netizens. So this is now the finished product of my Filipino dinuguan or dinardaraan in Ilocano, or the British black pudding. As you could see, it's with green pepper. Yummy. Cheers. See you again next time, and I hope you have enjoyed the vlog and look forward for the next vlog to come. Bye for now.